Hey, boys and girls. So this is Mrs. Smith, and the purpose of this video is to go over the Unit 7 study guide for our test that we will be having tomorrow. So the test is broken up into two parts. The first part is, well, the one part is you can use a calculator. The second part you cannot. So I'm going to start with the calculator portion of the study guide. This is where you will generally find your word problems. And remember, they are not testing, can you compute? Can you add, subtract, multiply, and divide decimals? They're asking, do you understand the plan of attack to solve the problem? And use the calculator to aid you in that plan. So I'm going to be using a bunch of different things that will help me understand this test. So I'm going to start with number one. And as I'm reading it, I'm going to be highlighting the important information. It says, at a yard sale, Mrs. Smith sold 2 scooters for $21.50 each. So I'm going to highlight that. 3 games for $3.75 each, a video for $2.50, and a book for 50 cents to a customer. The customer gave Mrs. Smith $60. How much change should the customer receive back? Okay, so it looks like I highlighted the whole problem, but that's all the important information. So this is what I understand. 2 scooters for $21.50, 3 games for $3.75 each, a video for $2.50, a book for 50 cents. Well, that does not look like anything else that I see here, but I do know that 50 cents is really 50 hundredths. So I'm going to make sure that I know that. And the customer gave Mrs. Smith $60. So how much change should the customer receive back? All right. So now that I have my understanding, I'm going to take out my plan. So this is number one. And what is my plan? Well, the first thing I need to do is figure out how much money this customer is spending so I can figure out how much change to give them back. So the first thing I noticed is that there was 2 scooters for $21.50. So I could either add $21.50 twice, or I could multiply. So I'm going to do $21.50 times 2. And I'm going to get S for scooters. Okay. Then I have 3 games for $3.75 each. So I could do 375, 375, 375, or I could multiply $3.75 times 3, and that would give me games. Okay, so $3.75 times 3 equals games. And then I have a book for $2.50 and a video for $2.50 and a book for 50 cents. So I'm going to do $2.75 plus 50 cents, and that will give me a video and a book. So this is how much the customer spent. So I think my step 4 is to add what I got, add the totals of 1, 2, and 3. The steps. And then lastly, I should take $60 that the customer gives me and subtract the total, and that will give me my answer. So now that I have my plan, I can go ahead and execute it. So I'm going to use my calculator. And actually, I think I'm gonna use my other calculator. I think I will use my phone. Let's see here. All right, that's better. That's easier to see. So I'm gonna take $21.50. Sorry, $21.50 times 2. That doesn't sound right. $21.50 times 2. That gives me $43. 43, and I'm gonna put two decimal and 2 zeros. And I'm gonna take $3.75. So $3.75 plus, no, I'm multiplying, Mrs. Smith, $3.75 times 3. And that does not look right either. 369, that's not right. $3.75 times 3. And that's $11.25. And then I already don't have to add with the calculator here. I just know that the video in the book is going to be $3. So now I'm going to add up my steps. So I'm going to do $43. Let me just clear that out. $43 plus $11.25 plus $3. And so the customer sold or spent $57.25. So step 5 tells me that I am going to take $60 minus $57.25. And that's going to give me how much change to give back. So $60 minus $57.25. So the change back is $2.75. $2.75. All right, number 2. Number 2. Hogan High School is at a cross-country track meet. The race is exactly 7 2/10 miles long. Each person on the team is expected to run exactly 9/10 of a mile. How many team members will be needed to cover the total distance? All right. So here's what I know. Here's what I know. This is number 2. Here's what I know. I know that the whole race, let's just pretend that this is the race, right? The whole race is 7 2/10 of a mile. And I know that it's going to be made up of teammates that run 0 and 9/10 of a mile. Yeah, 0.9, 9/10 of a mile. Okay, so somebody's going to run 9/10. Somebody's going to run 9/10. Okay, I just don't know how many of those these people are, right? Okay, this is a person, this is a person. So what I'm seeing is that there is certain amounts of people and 9/10 of a mile. So I can think about it as this, 9/10 of a mile times an unknown amount of people, right? A number of people equals 7 2/10. Okay, in order to figure out that unknown number, I'm going to have to do the opposite of multiplication, which is division. So I'm going to need to do 7 2/10 divided by 9/10, and that will tell me how many people I'm going to need. So there we go. All right, so let me type that in. So 7 2/10 divided by 9/10. It equals 8. So there's going to be 8 people running the race. 8 people running the race. Okay, number 3. Let's read it and then we'll discuss. All right, so here's what I see here. It says car wash A uses 38 6/10 of a liter of water per car at their car wash. Car wash B uses 42 8/10 of a liter per car. In one day, car wash A washes 9 cars and car wash B washes 16 cars. And then it says how many liters of water do both car washes use in a day? All right, so this is my understanding. This is the information. A uses 38 6/10. B uses 42 8/10. Car wash A washed 9 cars and car wash B washed 16 cars. So for number 3, I need to figure out how much water A used. That's my first step. Then I need to figure out how much water B used. And then I need to figure out what A plus B is. So car wash A used 38 6/10 of a liter and they washed 9 cars. And then car wash B used 42 8/10 liters and they washed 16 cars. So I'm going to use my calculator to figure out those products. So 38.6 plus, no, good Lord, why am I adding? 38.6 times 9. Let me try that again. 38.6 times 9. That looks better. 347 4/10. And then 42 8/10 times 16. 684.8. So that's step 1. Step 2, step 3 is to take 347 4/10 plus 684 8/10 and add them together. And I'm just going to add it without a calculator. So 4 plus 8 is 12. Regroup the 1. 7 plus 4, 11 plus 1 is 12. Regroup again. 1 plus 4 is 5 plus 8 is 13. Regroup again. 1 plus 3 is 4 plus 6 is 10. So it's 1,032 2/10 of a liter. 1,032 2/10 of a liter. And that is question number 3. All right, question number 4. It says the carnival made $299.30 in ticket sales on Saturday. So carnival made $299.30 in ticket sales. They sold both adult and child tickets. So they used both in a child and adult ticket. It says use the information shown in the table to determine or figure out the number of adult tickets they sold. So use the information to determine or figure out the number of adult tickets they sold. All right. So this one's a little tricky, but I think we can do it. Okay, so this is what I know, that they made $299.30 in ticket sales. And of that 299, right, altogether, this is $299.30. Of that, 19 of them were child tickets at $9.50 each. So I need to figure out how much money they made in child sales first. So I'm going to take $9.50. I'm going to multiply that by 19. Okay, so let me see here. Let me pull out my calculator. $9.50 times 19. So that's $180.50 that they made in child tickets. So that's part of that $299.30. So now I need to figure out how much money they made in adult sales so I can figure out how many tickets they actually sold. So I'm gonna need, this is step one. Step two, I need to figure out what is the adult amount. I don't know what that is. So I'm gonna take $299.30 and I'm gonna subtract 180.50. All right, so let me do this. 299.30 minus 180.50. So that is $118.80. So that's how many adult tickets, that's the money that they made, $118.80. So I need to figure it out. So if I look what I did for child sales, it was the price times the number to get 180. So it's kind of the same idea for the adult tickets, except I don't know what the adult amount is.